Hi everyone, welcome. It's crunch time. We're going to be looking at the squad, who to keep, who to sell, who we're not unsure of, and who to loan out. So what I've got behind us is the players who are out on loan, the first team, and the under-23s who are on the fringes of the first team. So what we have for you is four categories. We've got keep, undecided, loan out, and sell. Okay, we're not going to talk about every single player in detail, but we'll talk about the ones that I think are key. So what we'll do first, I think we'll look at the sell option. Let's have a look at the list who I feel that Newcastle don't need. So Jack Colback, Grant Hanley, Mo Diarmi. I think Mo Diarmi's been really poor. He's really let down. Haidora's barely had a kick. Gouffran, the reason why I picked Gouffran because he's coming out of contract and you've got to ask yourself the question, can Gouffran go up another level in the Premier League? For me, the answer is no, so let him run down his contract. He's a Scamas has barely kicked the ball, so many injury problems. Again, the same question, is he going to go to the Premier League and kick on? Matt Sells has had an awful time. Some of you might say that that's a bit harsh, putting him on the sell list. Maybe you should loan him out. But I've gone for, let's get some cash in because we've got Tim Krul coming back, you know. Darryl Murphy, yes, Darryl Murphy has been, since the new year, has been a very surprise inclusion. Led the line well, scored a few goals. But again, that question is, can he then go to the Premier League? Is it something that you look, oh, I've got Darren Murphy on the bench, he's going to get a goal against, say, Chelsea? You know, so I would say because of his age, get a $500,000, $1 million off him. Sammy Amiobi, because his contract's running out. Curtis Good, just injuries. Harris Lucas, his contract's running out. Siem de Jong, yep, Siem de Jong wants to return to Newcastle. But the question is, yes, we've got a problem at number 10, but is really Siem de Jong the answer if Rafa continues to play the one up top of the number 10? For me, he's not, because he's got a little bit of form back in the Eredivisie, but not for me, not for me. Lubo Saka, his contract is running out, he's currently out on loan. Henri Saivet, who's been an absolute terrible buy by the board when McLaren was in charge, and he's been to St Etienne and hasn't really set the world alight in Ligue 1, so again, let's try and get some money in there. Now for me, I actually would keep Florian Thauvin. The reason behind I would keep him, when we probably ask him why he's on the sell list, is because he's not settled on Tyneside. He's had an absolutely unreal season in France. Scoring goals, free kicks, assists. He's got a call up to the French squad. I would love to keep him, but Marseille have already agreed that fee. He's still technically a Newcastle player. All Marseille have to do is just pay that allegedly $9.5 million is their players. So I don't think we are going to keep him, so have him in the sell list. Manuel Riviere cannot score. He can't even score for Osasuna. Macaulay Gillespie, you might say that's a bit of a surprise one, because the reason why I put him in the sell list is because he's had 2 years, 2 full seasons out on loan. Does he really want to have another full season out? Can he really get in the first team in the Premier League? The question for that. So I would say if Macaulay Gillespie wants to play first team football, sell him, let him go, let him go. Let's move over to the loan out section. So you'll probably see, in fact, majority of these, 95% of these are all youngsters. So for me, I wouldn't sell Ashraf Lazar just yet because we've barely seen him. I would like to see Lazar go to somewhere like a championship side. It doesn't matter whether it's the low end, higher end. Let's just see him in action first team football. Rolando Aarons is another one. Injury hit. Is he? Yes, Rafa likes him, so maybe I'm a bit harsh. Maybe I should put him in the keep section. But is he going to be a first choice left winger? Probably not. Is he going to come up with the type of guy who can do an impact off the bench? Yes. But the question is, how much football does Rolando Aarons want? Let's loan him out. Jamie Sterry, again, another loan spell, because I don't think he'll be first choice right back with Yedlin and possibly Anita. Dan Barleza, the one I've been saying for the under-23s. He hasn't really gone out on loan. It's now his time to step up, because I think he's passing the under-23. So for me, get Dan Barleza out on loan. Same as El Marni. Yes, he's got flashes of brilliance in the under-23s, but let's see him now play professionally in a league. Let's see how we can get on. Stuart Finney, you know what, I was tempted just to put him in the keep section and keep him as fourth choice centre-back, but I know Rafa will buy there. So let's get Finney out on loan. Carl Roberts needs another loan spell as well. And this one, Adam Armstrong, what do we do with him? I've got him again in the loan section because, of course, we want to keep him. However, it's that question, is he going to go ahead of Dwight Gale and Alexander Mitrovic? Is he ready for the Premier League? 6 goals in the Championship. Do I loan him out again? Do I loan him up to a higher end championship side? Because I think that'll have to be the next aim. And you know, he's got plenty of years left on his contract, so there's no contract issue. But it's a difficult one from Adam Armstrong, let me know. Ivan Toney, again, he's been in a bit of form for Scunthorpe at the back end of the season. I think another loan spell, possibly at the championship or lower end championship, to see if he can kick on. Again, the same question, because he's in the same predicament of Adam Armstrong. Is he going to get in the first team and kick on, except from cup games? No. Freddie Woodman, is he going to be first choice goalkeeper? No. Is he going to be second, third? No. He's doing magnificently up in Kilmarnock. Again, another loan spell, possibly at the championship in England, is what I would be looking at. Kyle Cameron, another one, he needs another loan spell out. Is centre back, is he going to get the first team? Alex Gilliard needs another loan spell out. I don't think he's ready for the first team just yet. Sean Longstaff, who I rate massively highly, scored 10 goals before he was loaned out in Kilmarnock. He's running out of contract actually, so he needs a contract signed. So get him out on loan, get him on a 5-year deal. Let's get him out on loan. He's still 19 years of age. Paul Woolston, who went to Blythe on loan, the natural progression, the goalkeeper now is a move up a league. Let's put him in the League 2, you know. So quite a lot of loanees there to loan out, isn't there? Let's have a look at the undecided section. Now this section for me is on players I'm like, oh, I'm not fussed. I'm not fussed whether they stay or go, if that makes sense. So let's have a look at this. So the undecided section, I have Paul Dummett. Now, ideally, you'd want to keep Paul Dummett, but I'm worried about Paul Dummett in the Premier League, that's all. In the Championship, fine, keep him, but Premier League, I'm a bit, oh. Jose Perez, there's another one I'm undecided about. If Newcastle were to sell Perez, I wouldn't be too fussed, in all honesty with you. But if we keep him, again, I wouldn't be too fussed. So it's kind of like on that border for me, but he's hit and miss. I think he does play better with Alexander Mitrovic, though. Christian Atsu's another one I'm undecided. I'm not bothered if Newcastle sign him. Obviously, he's went back to Chelsea. That rumour, that is a $6.5 million buy. Is he going to take you to the next level? No. Is he going to be a squad player? Yes. But then again, if he signs, what happens to Orlando Aarons? You know, so it's that question again. And the other one is Tim Krul. What do I do with Tim Krul? He said he's coming back to Newcastle. He said Alkmaar have already signed a goalkeeper for next season to be their first choice. So Tim Krul is coming back. So for me, having three goalkeepers and the likes of Krul, Elliott and Darlow is very healthy for competition. I'm undecided. If he stays, great. He might make it number one, maybe not. If we sell him, maybe get 3 to 4 million off him. I'm not too fussed because I think we're quite strong in the goalkeeping section. Let's have a look at the 100%. You have to keep these players, and I'll explain. Kieran Clark, yes. In the Premier League for Villa, he was awful, let's be honest. And not just him, as the teammates around him, but in the Championship, he's been what hell of a buy he's been. So it would be pretty harsh, but if you get Kieran Clark, even if he's not a starter. Jamal Lascelles is another one. Yes, he's had a dip in form because now we know that his hernia has played on his mind. He couldn't kick a ball with left foot, but he's a captain. You're not going to sell your captain. I think if he had an experienced man alongside him, he could learn a lot, you know. Vernon Nita, I would actually keep. Yes, he's running out of contract, but I would keep him just because of the fact he's a utility player. If Newcastle have an injury crisis, I need a right back, left back, and defensive midfield. So there's 3 positions there, and I can play. I don't think he's going to set the world alight, of course not, but utility-wise. Dwight Gale, I would keep him. 23 goals in the Championship from 33 games, absolutely fantastic. The question mark is, can he go on and kick it in the Premier League? That's a question. Could be squad player, 100%, yeah, definitely. Matt Ritchie, fantastic, 16-17 goals this season. You've seen it in Bournemouth. The previous season, he was absolutely great in the Premier League, scored that wonder goal against Sunday. You have to keep him. John Joe Shelby's a Premier League player. We don't have to talk about that much. Now we'll want to go on and kick on and hopefully play for England again. Isaac Hayden had a great season, very underrated player. Isaac Hayden, for me, would keep him. You might find it tough in the Premier League against certain individuals. But I think, again, rotation, Isaac Hayden, fine. Chancellor Mbemba, he's a class defender. I think he is Premier League quality. I think he suits the Premier League more than what other centre-backs that we've got. He's a ball-playing centre-back, a bit like Kieran Clark as well. So he's a ball-playing. Rob Elliott, you've got to keep Rob Elliott. I think he's a great goalkeeper. If we sell him, I think he'll be a bit of a miss. DeAndre Yedlin I would keep because he is a modern fullback that the Premier League needs. You think about Tottenham, you think about Kyle Walker, and you think about Danny Rose bombing on as wingers. We don't have that. We've only got DeAndre Yedlin on the left back front. Maybe Newcastle look at that. We need like a left wing back to bomb up and down. Carl Darlow. I think you've got to keep Carl Darlow because he had a great season. Yes, he had a couple of howlers, but for me, Carl Darlow stay at the club. Good, healthy competition with Elliott as well. Mitrovic, I wouldn't sell. Some of you are going to be you probably put Mitrovic in the undecided box, but for me, if we in the Championship next season, I would have sold Mitrovic for the money, I really would. But because we're in the Premier League, and he's played much better, a bit like Chancellor and Mbemba, he played much better in the Premier League in the relegation season because he was up for it. I think he scored 9 goals in a struggling side, which isn't too bad. So for me, Mitrovic, something that you can chuck on. I think he's a better option than Murphy in the Premier League. So Mitrovic, even again, if he's a squad player. And finally, Kevin Mbabu, remember him? He's had a fantastic season at Young Boys. Again, you let Rafa likes him, he sent him out on loan. He's done marvellous, scored a few goals. He can play left back, right back, and he can bomb up and down there. So maybe, you just never know, you might see him popping up a left back in place of Paul Dummett occasionally. So let me know, are there any surprises? Any you would keep from the sell section? Any you would loan out? Would you agree with all this, or would you put one of these in the first team and keep? Undecided section, would you bring anyone from the first team or maybe someone from the sell section into here? And would you disagree with anybody who you wouldn't keep? Any of these who you would actually get rid of? Let me know in your comments, of course, as well. Don't forget, we've got the awards video chosen by you guys on Twitter as well. That poll ends on Friday night, so it'll be over the weekend. And we've got podcasts coming up as well. And any breaking news, of course, me or Will be covering it. And keep an eye out on our special video announcement. 2 announcements to make, and we've also want to get you involved to expand our team, so do keep an eye on for that. Right, thanks for watching. See you later, bye.